Hello everyone. Today we will start a new chapter, Ratio and Proportion for SSC CGL. I will be covering questions on ratio and proportion for both prelims tier 1 and mains tier 2. So let's start with few basics. A ratio is a comparison of two values expressed as a quotient. Example, a class has 12 girls and 18 boys. The ratio of girls to boys is 12 by 18. We can also write this as 12 is to 18. Now, this ratio can also be expressed as an equivalent fraction, that is 2 is to 3. Now, we have 12 by 18. So, if we divide it by 6, 6 2s are 6 3s are. So, we can also write it as 2 by 3 or 2 is to 3. This is the lowest ratio. Now a proportion is an equation stating that two ratios are equal. So here we can say that 12 by 18 is equal to 2 by 3. Because if we divide 12 by 6 we get 2 and 18 by 6 we get 3. So we can say 12 by 18 is equal to 2 by 3. Let's see few more things on ratio and proportion. The ratio of two quantities A and B in the same units is the fraction A by B, and we write it as A is to B. Now this same unit means we need to compare, let's say A is 800 gram and let's say B is 1 kg. Now this same unit means we need to compare two things in same units. Either it is gram or kg. Now we cannot compare gram with kg. So what we will have to do, we will have to, let's say we convert this 1 kg to gram. So we know 1 kg is 1000 gram. So if we compare A is to B, the ratio will be how much? 800 gram is to 1000 gram. 2 4s are 8 and 2 5s are 10. So they are in the ratio 4 is to 5. Now in the ratio A is to B, we call A as the first term or antecedent and B the second term or consequent. Example, the ratio 5 is to 9 represents 5 by 9 with antecedent is 5. So this is the antecedent and this is the consequent is 9. Now there is a rule, the multiplication or division of each term of a ratio by the same non-zero number does not affect the ratio. That means there is an example, let's say the ratio is 4 is to 5. Now if we multiply it by the same non-zero number, let's say 2, we multiply both, so we will get 4 2s are 8 and 5 2s are 10. So this ratio and this ratio will be same, it will not affect the ratio. Or let's say we have 4 by 5 into 3 into 3. So we have 4 3s are 12, 5 3s are 15. So this ratio and this ratio is same, because if we divide this by 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. So we again get the same ratio. Now proportion, the equality of two ratios is called proportion. So we have two ratios here. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, we write A is to B is equal to C is to D. Now this is the sign of equal to, and we say that A, B, C, D are in proportion. So let's say if we have 1 is to 2 is equal to 3 is to 6. So we say that 1, 2, 3 and 6, they are in proportion. Now here A and D are called extremes. while B and C are called mean terms. So if A, B, C, D are in proportion, then A and D are called extremes and B and C are called mean terms. If we take this example, here 1 and 6 are the extreme terms and 2 and 3 are mean terms. Now it says product of means is equal to product of extremes. A is to B is equal to C is to D, then B into C is equal to A into D. Now if we take this example, we have 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 6. So if we cross multiply, 6 ones are 6 is equal to 2 into 3, 2 threes are 6. Fourth proportional. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, then D is called the fourth proportional to A, B, C. So if we have 1 is to 2 is equal to 3 is to 6, then 6 will be the fourth proportional to 1 to 3. Third proportional. A is to B is equal to C is to D, then C is called the third proportional to A and B. So if we take the same example, 1 is to 2 is equal to 3 is to 6. So 3 will be the third proportion to 1 is to 2. Mean proportional. Mean proportional between A and B is root AB. So if we have 1 is to 2, then our mean proportional will be root 1 into 2, which is root 2. So this is the mean proportional. Or let's say we have 2 is to 3, then the mean proportion will be root 2 into 3, which is root 6. Comparison of ratios. Now we can also compare ratios. We can say that A is to B is greater than C is to D, or A is to B is equal to C is to D, or A is to B is less than C is to D. Now let's take an example. Let's say we have 4 is to 8 and we have one more ratio. Let's say 6 is to 12. Now 4 is to 8, 4 ones are 4 twos are is equal to 1 by 2. And if we take the second ratio, 6 by 12, 6 ones are 2, 6 twos are 12. So we can see here it's 1 by 2. This ratio is 1 by 2 and this ratio is also 1 by 2. So we can say that 4 is to 8 is equal to 6 is to 12. Now if we take a second ratio, let's say we have 5 is to 8 and we have 6 is to 12. Now this 5 is to 8 and this is 6 by 12. Now we can cut this by 6. 6 ones are 6 and 6 twos are 12. So here we have 5 by 8 and we have here 1 by 2. Now if we need to compare, what we will do, we will take the LCM of the denominator. So the denominator is 8 and 2. LCM of 8 and 2 will be 8. So 8 ones are 8. So we will multiply this by 1 and this also by 1. So we will get 5 by 8. Now 2 fours are 8. So 2 into 4 and 1 into 4. 1 fours are 4 and 2 fours are 8. Now why we are taking LCM? To make this equal. So here the denominator is 8 and here also the denominator is 8. So we can say, and in the numerator is 5 and this is 4. So we can say this, we can say that 5 is to 8 is greater than 6 is to 12. Now we can also compare this way. There is one more method. So let's say we have 5 is to 8 and the second ratio is 6 is to 12. So we can directly cross multiply. 12 into 5 will give us 60 and 8 into 6 will give us 48. So you can see 60 is greater than 48. So we can say that 5 by 8 is greater than 6 by 12. Compounded ratio. The compounded ratio of the ratios A is to B, C is to D, and E is to F is ACE is to BDF. So if we take an example, let's say we have 1 by 3, 1 is to 3, and we have 3 by 4, and we have 5 by 6. Now if we need to take the compounded ratio of this 3, then what we will do? Here it says ACE. So we will take the numerator, which is 1 into 3 into 5. 1 into 3 into 5 is to 3 into 4 into 6. 3 into 4 into 6. Now this can be cancelled out. So 1 5s are 5. 4 6 are 24. So the compounded ratio will be how much? 5 is to 24. Duplicate ratios. Duplicate ratio of A is to B is A square is to B square. If we have a ratio 1 is to 2, we can write it as 1 by 2, and the duplicate ratio will be how much? Duplicate ratio will be 1 square by 2 square. We can write it as 1 by 4. Subduplicate ratio of A is to B is root A is to root B. So if we have 1 by 4 ratio, the subduplicate ratio will be how much? Root 1 upon root 4. And this can be written as root 1 upon 2. Triplicate ratio of A is to B is A cube is to B cube. So if we have 1 by 2 ratio, then the triplicate ratio will be 1 cube upon 2 cube. This is 1 by 8. Subtriplicate ratio of A is to B is A1 by 3 is to B1 by 3. So if we have 1 by 2, the subtriplicate ratio will be how much? 1 upon 1 by 3 and 2 upon 1 by 3. And this can be written as cube root of 1 upon cube root of 2. Now if A by B is equal to C by D, then A plus B upon A minus B is equal to C plus D upon C minus D. This is componendo and dividendo. So let's say if we have 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 6. So what we can do is that we can write it as 1 plus 2 by 1 minus 2 is equal to 3 plus 6 upon 3 minus 6. So this will be how much? 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 minus 2 will give us minus 1. 3 plus 6 will give us 9. 3 minus 6 will give us minus 3. Now if you see, this is 3 upon minus 1, and here we have 9 upon minus 3. Now if we solve this, 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are 3. So it ultimately it comes the same, 3 upon minus 1 and 3 upon minus 1.